This is assignment 3, screencast video, Troy Valos, IS 581, fall 2013. Hello there. Welcome to this video tutorial from the Norfolk Public Library. I am Troy Valos with the Sergeant Memorial Collection here at Norfolk Public Library. This video will help you get the most out of using the digital Sanborn Fire Insurance Maps database. This database is a wonderful resource for anybody who's looking up the genealogy of your house or property. It will also assist you in providing a picture of where your family lived and worked in a particular city or town. These maps help give perspective to information found in city directories and census records. Here at Norfolk Public Library, we have purchased the database for the state of Virginia from the generous gift by the Norfolk Southern Railroad Company. You will have access to all the maps created for the towns and cities of Virginia from roughly 1800s up to about 1970s. Not every town will be represented in this database. However, there is a good chance that some of the other neighboring localities may have some maps of your town of interest. One thing to keep in mind is that these maps were made only for the towns and cities of a state. If your family or interested property lived in the county, then those maps will not show up in these atlases. However, there is exceptions to this rule. Let's get started. First things first, let's go to the Norfolk Public Library's website, and here on the upper right hand corner you'll see a tab for the local history and genealogy collection. When you come down, menu will show up and you come down to the SMC research links hyperlink. Click on that and it'll take you to the SMC research links website. On the right you'll see a box called research links, and it contains links to databases and websites that help you do research here in Norfolk and elsewhere. If you notice on the fourth one down from the top, you'll see a thing for the Sanborn Maps of Virginia. Click on that and it will take you to the new database website. Here is the splash page for the digital Sanborn Maps database. You click on Browse Maps to take you inside. If you are a member of the Norfolk Public Library, you can actually access this remotely from home, from your work, or actually anywhere else that you have an internet connection. If you are in a public library building in Norfolk, at any of our locations, you will be able to access this automatically for free. I've already saved a little bit of time and put in the password. You can actually get the password and username from the staff at the Sergeant Memorial Collection. You can contact them to get the information. I will have the contact information at the end of this tutorial so that you can contact us at that point. So let's go in. So here we are at the main screen inside the database. You'll notice the first thing is that we'll have a drop-down menu for the states. Since we're only have the Virginia maps available to us in this database, it's the only option. However, if this database was fully equipped with all the states here in the United States, it would list all 50 states. So for now, let's click on Virginia. We'll get a second drop-down menu for a city. Here is where the list of towns and cities available by the Sanborn Fire Insurance Maps. You'll notice some of the cities have their county names attached to them and some don't. Since we're here in Norfolk, we're actually going to start with Norfolk. So let's click on Norfolk. We'll get a third menu for all the dates available within this database. So you'll notice that 1887, 1928, etc. These dates will change depending on the locality. Some will have the same dates, some won't. It just depends. It's good to know when there were major developments in the cities and towns, and a lot of these will provide you before and after views of the cities or towns. So for now, let's go with the 1928 map. As you notice up top, there's a navigation drop-down menus. You can change the cities. If you decide you need to get over to Hampton or other cities, you can click on it. It'll take you to those. You can change, go back and forth between the different dates available. So if you are looking in the 1928 atlas, but need to look at the 1910, what the city looked like, you can see go back and forth. And finally, let's take a look here at this drop-down menu for the volume for each of the atlases. Each year we'll have volumes, at least between one or there might be several for each year. So you can go back and forth between the different volumes in that atlas. So each atlas will have a cover sheet as well as an index, street index, and then an overall maps to help you guide you through these atlases and to be able to pick the right sheet. So, all right. So let's take a look at a sheet and let's see what it actually looks like. So we're going to head to sheet 10, and as soon as you click on the thumbnail for a sheet, you'll notice that there are zoom buttons. You'll notice a download map option as well as a print screen option. You can actually, in this viewer, you can zoom in on a sheet and see where uh, all the way down to the building level. If this actually happens not, if this does not work for you, or if you have difficulty using the zoom button, you can actually download the sheet as a PDF file, and it opens into Adobe Acrobat Reader. So here we are in Acrobat Reader for sheet 10. So as you'll notice, you have the street numbers along with the buildings, as well as names of the buildings, the companies that are in there, sometimes the industry that is in that building, or there will be legend symbols for like D for dwelling, and then the height of the building. If it says 2 in the upper left hand corner, that represents that it's a 2-story building. If you notice that this one has a 3, it's a 3-story building. So this is a good way to see where a house sat on a street. As you'll know, if this was colorized, the colors would tell us if the buildings were red for brick or yellow for framed. So as you'll see that the insurance could use that as to determine how if the building was a bit more fireproof than whatnot. So as you notice, we can zoom in, we can zoom out. You can download this as a PDF and save it onto your computer. And then let's take a look at a city directory for this time frame. I had this up already, and we'll see how the Cumberland Street listing in the reverse street section of this directory for 1927. As you notice, the street numbers are in order, and beside them are the owners, or at least those that are living in that location. So as you notice, there's an entry for the B'nai Israel Synagogue at 208 Cumberland Street. So as we flip back to the sheet, you'll notice right here, here's 208 Cumberland Street, and there's the B'nai Israel Synagogue. So these Directories and Sanborns are a great resource to see where a building or your family lived in a town or city. So let's go back to the front. These maps are available for personal research. However, if you decide that you need to use these for publications, you need to contact the copyright holders for the digital Sanborn maps. And to find their contact information, you can click on the help section here, and then right underneath there is how to obtain permission for reproduction. So you can then use this screen to contact the owners and to get the necessary permissions to publish your work. So I hope this tutorial was very helpful. Please, you can contact us at the Sergeant Memorial Collection. I have the contact information on the next slide. Please, if you have any questions, we'll be glad to help you in any fashion. So thank you and have a good day.